Hey there, what's up guys? So just wanted to do this video. This is going to be my best and the worst of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the MCU as we all know it. This is going to be my best and the worst and an entire lineup of the 11 movies we have to date. Let's get right into my best and worst list. So we're going to start off at number 11. Now number 11 for me is going to be The Incredible Hulk. I really did enjoy Edward Norton as The Incredible Hulk, but at the same time, Liv Tyler's acting really wasn't up to par. The movie is the only one that really doesn't tie in totally to the rest of the MCU, but it is still considered canon, as we do get to see it during the Avengers, when Tony actually gets to watch the footage, and you get to see him wrecking up the college. But all in all, it was a good movie. It's not bad. It's just there were certain things I didn't like, such as Liv Tyler's acting. And it seems like every time she was on screen, she was fucking crying. So, yeah, I wasn't really into her acting. But, it's a good movie. Number 10 for me, guys, is going to be Iron Man 3. Now, a lot of people loved it. Some people hated it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good movie. There were some plot holes that I really didn't like and I didn't think belonged. Like, the whole Mandarin switching thing pissed everyone off. If you were a comic fan, it kind of shat on the image we had of the Mandarin. So, I'm not a big fan of that part of it, but I loved the suits. I loved all the flying acrobatics of the suits at the end, the big army of suits that came in. And one of my favorite parts in the movie is getting to see Pepper Potts as Rescue. So, getting to see her in an Iron Man suit. So, basically, not 100% Rescue, but hey, if you guys didn't know, in the comics she has her own suit and her name is Rescue. Not 100% there, but it was kind of like an homage getting to see her pilot a suit on her own. Now, number 9 for me, guys, is going to be Thor: The Dark World. Now, unfortunately, I wish this could have been higher on my list, but there were some things I did not like in it. All in all, it was an amazing movie. I really loved it. The pace was great. Just the way they laid it out. The action sequences were awesome. But the one thing I did not really like in the movie, it put way too much emphasis into Jane Foster. And, unfortunately, I don't think she's going to be around the whole time. They might start leading Thor towards the Lady Sif option. So, that's just what I think. That's where they should go. I like Jamie Alexander and him as a couple better anyways. Now, guys, number 8 for me is going to be Captain America: The First Avenger. Now, there are so many amazing movies that blow me away every time I watch them. Unfortunately, Captain America did have to end up at number 8, but I really enjoyed the movie. There was a lot of great Easter eggs in the movie. It really built up the character in such a way that we all loved the character by the end of the movie, and it was just like, that's where we're at. Get to see the struggle he went through, being the first superhero, and getting no respect from anyone in the army until he went and saved everyone's life. I really enjoyed this movie. It was a great, great story, and I just loved the way it was directed and everything about it. It was an amazing movie. Number 7 for me, guys, is going to be Iron Man 2. Now, I really enjoyed Iron Man 2 because we got the first War Machine run-up, and we also got to see Whiplash, who's actually one of my favorite Iron Man villains. Getting to see Mickey Rourke pull off Whiplash, I really enjoyed him in the role. I think he did a great job. Justin Hammer was amazing in the movie too. It was all in all a great movie. There was not all that many things that you can even try to complain about. It really was a great movie, and it just had that flow, and it was a decent follow-up to an amazing first movie. But all in all, it was a good fun time to watch it. It still is to this day. Now, number 6 for me, guys, is going to be Thor. The original Thor movie was a great homage to bringing in a character that not that many people cared about, and not that many people that outside of comic book fans even knew about, really. Bringing him into full fruition in the MCU, this movie brought him in a big way because they told the story so well. They did away with the whole Donald Blake is Thor kind of thing, and they just paid homage to it with the name. I really enjoyed that. It took away the confusion. That would have just been one more thing, moviegoers. It would have been like, what is going on? You would never figured out that Thor and Donald Blake were the same guy. So, I'm kind of glad they did that way. It made it a lot more simple for new fans. But now Thor's popularity is skyrocketing ever since this movie came out. Now, guys, number 5 for me is going to be Avengers: Age of Ultron. Now, I know some people might get upset that it's so low on my list, but the fact is, I mean, it's a great movie. There's nothing wrong with it. But the top four movies really impress me every time I watch them. That's why this one had to make number five. I mean, it's a great film. There are little things here and there that we didn't like. I don't like that we got Quicksilver just to kill him off too. I really enjoy that character. I mean, just Quicksilver as a character was fun. It was a good time. It was fun. And it's someone to keep freaking his sister in check. So damn it. But guys, I mean, it is a great movie, and Ultron for me was a little different than I was expecting. But I mean, all in all, James Spader did an amazing job, and the character was written really well. Now, guys, number four for me is going to be Iron Man. So the original Iron Man movie, directed by Jon Favreau. This is the movie that started the whole MCU run. This movie brought everything to light, and it showed people this is how you make a comic book movie, and this is how you make it fucking amazing. Now, this movie has everything you would want: drama, suspense, action, love story. I mean, you got everything in here. It's a really, really awesome thing. This movie brings it to light and makes him one of, now with this movie and the success of the MCU, his character has skyrocketed. And Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man. No one else out there could play this character as good as he could. He is Iron Man. Anyone else trying to take over is not going to have very good luck. So it's a good thing Robert Downey Jr. wants to be Iron Man for a long time. Alright guys, number three for me is going to be Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, I really, really love that movie. I thought it was an amazing job that Marvel did, because bringing in brand new characters that no one knows anything about. And if you're not a comic fan, you're not a hardcore comic fan, because their runs weren't that long, you had no idea what to expect. But I mean, if you loved them, like I loved the stories from the comics. I have all the Guardians of the Galaxy comics that have ever been printed. I love them. They were amazing. But if you weren't one of those people that have read these comics, you would be totally lost with these characters. But the way they introduced them just blew everyone away. They were so relatable, so down to earth, and everyone is really easy to understand them. And I loved that about this movie. It did such a good job in describing these characters the way they really are. That's why this one had to at least be my top three. I love this movie, and I can't wait for the sequel. Now, guys, number two for me is going to be Captain America: The Winter Soldier. I really expect this movie to be on top three of a lot of lists from anyone, because Captain America: The Winter Soldier is an amazing film. And now, not only is it a great superhero movie and probably one of the coolest ones made to date, but it is also a spy thriller drama. I mean, it's just an amazing film. It captures all this stuff without even having to rely on the superhero aspect. The fact is, you can go watch this and it's gonna hold up just like a great Bond film will. So I mean, this movie is a well-rounded piece of art, and this movie turned out really, really well. I loved every aspect of it. The only thing I can ever say about this movie: the Winter Soldier needed to matter more in the movie. But if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's a great film. That's why it made number two on my list, guys. It is an amazing movie and easily one of the best Marvel movies ever made. All right, guys, now it's time for number one. So number one for me is going to be The Avengers. Now, a lot of people would say, well, Winter Soldier should be number one. Okay, I understand you guys. I really do. I love Winter Soldier, but The Avengers is the first time we got that big nostalgia kick, and getting to see all of our heroes in one film together, it really just changed the way superhero movies are made. And every other movie now, because now we have this connected universe. Now every damn film property in the world is trying to do a connected universe. I mean, you got the Ghostbusters doing a connected universe. You got all these other franchises. Let's do a connected universe. Fucking Transformers got a full covered connected universe now, and they're going to cross over with G.I. Joe. This is some crazy shit. Now, guys, I mean, but this movie, hands down, showcases every single character for who they are, what they are, and gives us a great representation. All but Hawkeye. Hawkeye got to be an enslaved little bitch for half the movie. So, other than that, we got every other character laid out perfectly and amazingly. Tom Hiddleston was flawless in this movie. So were every other character on this cast. Now, guys, that is my best and worst. I want to know what you guys think of my list, and I want to know what your guys' list. Let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure you hit that like, thumbs up button if you'd be so kind, and subscribe to my channel to keep up on all of the nerd news, updates, and reviews I do every single day, guys. And if you could, please share this video. Help my channel out greatly, and I will greatly appreciate it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Andrew. You have been watching Nerds Memorized. Peace out.